Oh. Well, hello and welcome, and I have successfully scuffed. Why is this? Where am I? Ah. Is this it? Why is it so big? Can I? No, I cannot. Hold kindly. Okay, that's there we go. That's better. Yay. Eh, there. Voila. Yay, we did it. Okay. It's been a minute since I've streamed. It's been almost 2 weeks. Yeah. See, I last streamed was on a Thursday. It's a Tuesday. So 12. It's been 12 days. So it's been a minute. So ever so slightly rusty. But we're just gonna shake that off a little bit. And we're also doing something I don't normally do. Just talk. It's going to be great. I'm sure it's going to be glorious. But yeah. So uh this past week, well last week, I'm I went on a trip cross country to visit my friends who live in Vegas. I wasn't going to Vegas just for being the Vegas. Vegas just happened to be where my friends live. Yeah. And I did manage to take some photos. That's what this is. You can see how you can see my mouse with this. So I took some photos. I have obviously omitted any photos that have myself or my friends in them. So if you happen to see people in these, they are random bystanders. I am sorry for their presence. No, that sounds mean. They're fine. But if you see anyone, they are indeed not me, and they're not anyone I actually know. Oh, I'm not panicking. I'm not concerned. I'm not worried about this. This is going to be great. Man, why am I so nervous? It's, you stop streaming for a little. You don't stream for a little bit, and then suddenly it's just all so nerve wracking. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's okay. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Now, I guess we can start by saying this entire trip was a little bit impromptu, a little less planned than I normally would have liked, but one friend who is a bit more spontaneous with his plannings just is like, hey, let's do this. Essentially, he just like, hey, we're gonna do this. I'm saying this up. You want to come? And I'm just like, well, I mean, I do. It's very sporadic, but yeah, sure, let's do it. Because honestly, this is us meeting up as friends. It's been something we've talked about a long time. Like we've been online friends, so we've known each other for quite a while. And we've always talked about finally meeting up, but we've never done it because time, work, money, everyone's favorite thing to deal with. uh, but we were well off enough. Oh no, we're not well enough. We just said screw it and we did it. Because sometimes it's you just gotta say screw it and just go for it. So we did. So we planned this roughly a month in advance. I'm saying roughly. So, but yeah, so we did it, booked everything, and it's like, yay, it's time to go. Now, my friend that originally planned this, one of he really liked the idea of doing a cross country trip. And not gonna lie, I kind of liked the idea too. It sounded fun, and it's just like, why not? It's like, do it, see, get to see the sights. It's an adventure. Who doesn't love adventure? So, the problem initially is neither him nor I are particularly close to each other. So, I had to take a plane down to him, and he got a rental vehicle for the trip. So, and we would gonna drive cross country to Vegas to meet everyone. But I guess we should start at the beginning. I want to. How did I say that? I don't know. We're just going with it. Whatever the stream turns out to be is what it's going to be. We're going to just have my ramblings. But the day I was supposed to fly out, well, it was a bit iffy. I I gave myself plenty of time because I've flown before. I know it takes time to get to the airport, and you want to make sure you give yourself lots of time to get through the airport because you never know what security is going to be like. Sometimes it's all smooth, everyone gets scanned through, not a problem in the world. Other times they want to look through your bag just for the funsies of it. It's happened before, and I'm sure it's going to happen again. But so I leave. I give myself plenty of time. And on my way there, a vehicle broke down. An entire bus broke down in the middle of the highway, clogging it up, adding an unforeseen 45 to an hour, added so much time to my travel. So then I went through, finally got to the airport, and yeah, well, I have to do long storage for my vehicle, shuttle over to the airport because it's a bit far away. But anyways, get through security. Security flags my suitcase for my toothpaste, for this itty bitty tiny toothpaste container that's in it. And so thankfully I have learned from my previous, and I have like all my hygiene stuff all in a see-through little case, just in case they want to go through all that, because that's normally what gets flagged as all the hygiene stuff, because it's in the little suspicious little tubes or whatever. So I learned, have a clear case, that way they just pull the one case out. I set that right on top, like you just open the suitcase, and right there is a clear case with all the questionable tubes of toothpaste. So they just take it out, they flip it over. They're like, got it, this is fine. And they just, you can go about your day from there. I have learned to be efficient with being stopped. Granted, I guess I could start just buying toothpaste on the road, but I would, nah. But thanks to all those delays, I managed to miss my flight. So we started out the trip splendidly. So I unfortunately, yeah, missed the flight, but the people they were absolutely lovely. They like helped. I mean, I understood what the problem was, but they did the slow explanation stuff that I'm sure they've dealt with plenty of people who are fuming and hollering about why this and that. But it's just like, I understand. I'm late. Thank you. I am not child. uh so but they were lovely, and they helped book another flight that was thankfully same day. So I just had to wait a little bit extra time and get on another flight and still arrive within an acceptable time frame for, yeah. Sorry. Because the plan was, like I said, to get down there, take a little nap, and then start driving early in the morning so that we can make a good time. So that delayed us, but we made good time. Snacked on a little something there, little airport burger, which are surprisingly good. But yeah, so this is one of the first pictures that I've taken, which is window seat view over, yeah. Should I make this bigger? Knock. There. So you can get a better view of everything. So this is from the plane flying over. I have no idea where this is, but we flew over it. Well, I was flying down. I'm okay with this. The states are big. I flew down from Ohio to South Carolina to where we started our cross country trip. So yay! I did not get any real pictures from the first few states because I didn't think about it. Because the scenery didn't like it's scenery that I'm used to seeing in a sense, so I didn't think anything of it. But it probably would have been nice even for like something like the slideshow to help give visuals. But it is what it is. There's this our first night. This is a rest stop we stopped at because we got there. I got to South Carolina. My friend picked me up from the airport. We went back to his place. I met his wife, and we tried to get like a few hours sleep before going off in the morning. It didn't go well. I think we got like, he said he didn't get a whole lot of sleep, and I got maybe an hour of sleep. It didn't. We were just too happy. We were too excited. You just know how it gets when you're just so excited for something. It's just you can't rest, and you're just like, I need to rest, or else I'm not going to be enjoyed tomorrow. But tomorrow's going to be so awesome. I can't rest. So it is what it is. So we didn't really get a lot of sleep, but we set off to start our what was originally anticipated to be like 32-hour drive, and that's only if we were like straight driving, like no stops, just driving. That was the forecasted plan, I think. Yeah. So it was going to be. I mean, I've done some driving. Like I've done like 8-hour drives before, but nothing like this. So it was a lot. So, but the plan was for me and my friend to swap out driving so that we could give each other breaks, rest up, and that could help us keep on trucking. This is just one of our 4 rest stops we did. I don't remember which state. This was still pretty early on. This might have been Georgia. I think so. Because, yeah, we went from South Carolina into Georgia. Oh, yeah, no. There were a lot more. Okay, we'll come. So, yeah, we went from South Carolina to Georgia to Alabama to Mississippi, cut through Tennessee's corner ever so slightly. We were there for like 30 minutes. Then Arkansas. And then finally Oklahoma. I say finally. It's like we went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we went through 6 states. But they were smaller states, or we went through the thin parts of them, to say. So they went by decently fast. But yeah, then by the time we hit Oklahoma, it was night, as we can see. And unfortunately, I did not think to start taking pictures of the state signs until we hit Oklahoma. So that's a shame on me. But hindsight and all that. I'm just not. I've always been not the best at taking pictures, which I want to get better at, because I don't know. Pictures are nice. It's weird. Like, I've never liked pictures, but it's like, I want to like pictures because, like, these are memories. Like, I can just look back at this, look at the pictures, and be like, these are memories I had. It's just really nice, and I want to be able to enjoy that, and I want to get better at taking just pictures of when interesting stuff happens, I guess. Oh, but for now, we got what we got. So this is Oklahoma, and this is their big crossing states borders. Oklahoma entrance, which they had fun little picnics. I like the setup. It's kind of like a teepee with a shade. I just liked it. It was fun. A lot of an Oklahoma eagle. I'm assuming that's an eagle. It's very eagle shaped. It could be a hawk. Then, well, 1 second. Going through Oklahoma, this is also where I was like, I feel need to get better at pictures. There was going through Oklahoma City was interesting because it was like had this tall building with like a glowing triangle top that I wish I got a picture of that, because it just looks cool. It looked like something like the supervillain would of a big game or movie or something would just sit atop a plotting world domination. They just had a lot of interesting lights. I mean, obviously, whenever we get to Vegas, we'll see lots of lights, but wish I took pictures of those along the way. Meow. But a lot of the scenery up to this point of like Oklahoma and everything before that in Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama was like this. Lots of trees. Georgia had a lot more pine trees though. But yeah, this is roughly the landscape we were dealing with for the good part of the journey. Then we get to Texas. We just yeah. Still nighttime. We were booking it. We were dragging by this point. Like we were so tired. Like we were having trouble sleeping. Was everything bigger in Texas? Yes? No. Maybe? It was massive amounts of nothing. That sounds mean. I hope you're doing well, Twee. Our first time going through it, it was dark out. We were super tired. So we ended up going, we were just in the top part of Texas, that like pointed squarey thing, if anyone knows what it looks like on the map. So we stopped off there and took a big old nap, because at that point we were driving for like 14, no, almost 24 hours. I don't know, where did the 14 come from? We were driving for a very long time. You good? Glad you got home safe. Thank you. We're just, yeah, going over the trip. But yeah, we pulled off here, got about 5, maybe 6 hours of sleep. Which we desperately needed, because yeah, 24 hours of non-stop driving, it wears on you. It really does. This is because we woke up, it was still dark out. You could not have done that much driving in one sitting. I mean, yes, we are insane. It does. This is a good view from the rest stop, just overlooking the plains, which is going to be the view for a good while, honestly. But the plains are very pretty. And that was the sun coming up. I really like that. It's pretty. Nature is beautiful. And so we hit the road again to finish the other half of the journey. This is a very blurry one, but out here we started seeing all the wind turbines, all the energy. And then we started. This is still Texas, yeah. We started to see the rock formation start to come into view. But a lot of planes. The traveling, I mean, we were still tired, but we were still making good time. And that was Texas. Yeah. We were very tired. But then we hit New Mexico. I think the longest state we were in for most of the journey. It's like Oklahoma, New Mexico, and Arizona were like the longest states to get through. How fancy. Yeah, New Mexico, very fancy. Then they'll pit stop. Oh, I forgot to get the photo. My friend took a photo. They had a fossil from a dinosaur on display that I missed, and I forgot to get the picture from them before doing this. But you know, fancy. It was the archaeology estate, apparently. And then this is where things start to get more browns. Tried out the plains, the mesas. Yeah. The mesas. The sagebrush state, personally, you know, I can see that. It's very fitting. So this is where we start seeing some of the mountain ranges coming into view. I can't remember. I really should have wrote stuff down. Because as like it was just last week, but it's like it already feels so long ago. It's already been a long week. It's only Tuesday. But it was lovely. We were still dead tired because it's a long ass trip. I wish I could say more about the traveling part here, but it's like we were just so tired we couldn't really think of anything. We were just trying to get there at this point, and we were only halfway. But that's what happens. If we planned it out better, we probably would have actually had like proper pit stops to rest at. But we're not good at that planning bit. Allow. Why is Crazy Girl censored? Why was that censored? What's Automod chill? You you reiterate. I crazy girl. I am. But we start the mountains of New Mexico, which we were surprised by how much greenery there still was. I mean, we obviously weren't taking biology. We weren't doing our plant studies, but we figured by New Mexico we would start seeing less greenery, but we still were seeing a decent bit of it, which is nice. It's interesting being proven wrong about this kind of stuff. And this is when we start seeing the interesting rock formations. And now we're into Arizona, where it becomes nothing but interesting rock formations. And the horse. I forgot about this. Our pit stop at the border where they had such interesting they just set stuff like fake animals up on the cliffs, and I just thought that was funny. Yeah, we stopped here for a bit. They just had, I don't know why, but they did it. They got me to take pictures. Oh, this was an interesting mural. I have no idea what it is about, but it's just a different form of desert, both New Mexico and Arizona. There is similar landscape in southern Idaho. Oh, interesting. I guess, yeah. I mean, landscape goes a long way. The more you know. And this is like down inside one of the crevices of a cliff. I thought it was just cool, just looking that deep up into the rocks. And another cliffy. Your aunt goes to Arizona all the time. It is very pretty there. Oh, you lucky ants. The plains, the mountains. Oh my god, that's cute. What is that? Chihuahuas. I don't. It's so cute. And then I didn't get good pictures of it. There were those like TP drive-in places, and my first thought, it's a new one. Okay, I love it. It's cute. but we saw the TP drive-in places, and my ass was just immediately thinking the Cars movie where they slept in the traffic cones. But this was fun. This was fun to see. So I tried to take pictures, but this was like the only semi good one I could get as we passed by them. Uh then are these the Rocky Mountains? No. I have Google. I'm bad with geography. That's the word. That's geography. Okay, they just had a lot of mountains out there. Okay. Well, I have no idea which mountains these are, but they looked awesome. I think this is where we finally got off the highway. Yeah. And we were starting to make our way down a very long road to the Grand Canyon, which was like the one place we absolutely agreed on to have to see. Like we had some other stops we would have liked to get to, but the Grand Canyon was like the must-have see. And I'm so happy we saw it. And there it is. Oh, I got so many pictures. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Like me and my friend both like underestimated what the Grand Canyon was going to be like. Like cuz we thought, it was going to be like a big ravine just in the, in the ground, which would have been really cool, but it was like we were underselling the idea by a whole lot. Like this is a little land like down into it, little crevasse. And it's just gorgeous. And this is just like a small fraction that we were able to see. Oh, it's just awe inspiring. It's just it is a ravine on crack. Yes. It is a ravine on crack. It's insane. Oh, I loved it. I'm so happy that we got to stop here. Unfortunately, it was just for like a little bit. Like we got there, we had like maybe an hour to appreciate it before it got dark out. But we agreed like one day we have to like come back to the Grand Canyon and just spend an entire day to explore it because it is just that breathtaking. You want to go see it in person someday? I'm lucky, and how was it was like incredible. Like I'm about to tear up just thinking about it. I'm sorry. uh it's just yeah. Nature just finds a way to just wow you. I got so many pictures of it. And there was like a little museum thingy. It just looks so cool. I'm actually kind of glad we got it in the evening because I think the shadows coming in just adds to it, in my opinion. It just looks even cooler. And then this is just like a diorama of it. And right here is where, no, I think there's this point. We're up at this point, so we could only really see like this area. Whereas there's all like we only saw like a tenth of the entire Grand Canyon. That's just how massive it is. I was just blown away by that. Because when we were there, we were thinking, oh, we can go up to this end to the Rainbow Rocks. It is so big. It is massive. Because we were thinking about like driving. There's a road to drive around here to get to the Rainbow Rocks portion of it, and we were like starting that way, and then we saw that was going to take us like 2 hours, and we were just like, God, no, we can't do that. We do not have the time or sanity to pull off that much more driving. So we took what we could up here and we headed back. And as we were leaving, we got lucky enough to see some elk just hanging out by the roads. They vibing, they chilling. Then we got the big boy with the big horns. So that was a fun little treat on the way out. Oh, big boy. And then we got apparently a rocket launch is what I'm thinking. That's what I believe this was, because this is out towards like Nevada and stuff where all that stuff gets launched from. So that was also neat seeing that on our way back to the highway. And also, side note about our stop there, since it was so late and everything was already closing up, the only thing really open was like the McDonald's at the Grand Canyon. So, like, well, screw it, we're hungry and we need this is all that's really available. And that was like the most gourmet McDonald's I have ever had, and it is unfair. That was like pristine. Like there was no eat-in restaurant I've ever been in that had that quality of a McChicken. It kind of does look like modern art. But yeah, this is theoretically a rocket being launched because we watched it fly up in the contrails and then it eventually just went bloop out up into the sky. Quality McDonald's, crazy, I know, but that's the Grand Canyon for you, I guess. Absolute insanity. And then this, well, okay, we were we did. After that was supposed to be the Hoover Dam stop for us, but it was in the middle of the night. We were so tired, and there was no convenient spot for us to just zip off because we did drive over the Humor. We did drive over the Hoover Dam, but from on top of the Hoover Dam, you can't really see much. It just looks like you just have tall concrete walls around on the drive boat, and it was dope. So we were like, forget it. We'll just see it on our way out of Vegas. So that's for later. But then here is Vegas. It looks like a city. But so yeah, after like 2 full days, almost 48 hours of driving, we finally made it to Vegas. So these are the shots of us coming into it. This is the neat little tower. My friend saw the tower and was like, that's a sword. And I don't blame him. That does kind of look like a sword. And I agree. Our headcanon is that a god of some kind came, stuck a giant Excalibur into the desert, and a city sprung from it. That is our current theory. So we came in. I got some. I like this one. This one I think it's a good view. There was the Ferris wheel. I would have loved to get to that. Actually, I would have loved to get to any of these. We didn't really do a whole lot of actually visiting anything specifically because, again, this trip was actually supposed to be about visiting my friends who just happen to live in Vegas. And then, yeah, that's the night. Okay. After we visited, now we got into Vegas. Everything kind of became a blur. Not a blur. Oh, yeah, we got there. We checked into our Airbnb. Then we perished because we were just dead tired. Then eventually, we woke up the next day, met up with all our friends finally, and we were so psyched about the lot of us finally being together. And what do you think a bunch of nerds who finally meet up in person do? That's right, we play in-person D&D for the first time with our friend group. Oh, we are absolute nerds and I love it. So that was our day. Yeah, hell yeah. So we finally hung out, played D&D, went out, got some drinks, and ate some places. So it was great. It was a great day. I loved it. One of my favorite days ever. Walk, please. There we go. Uh then after that day, we decided to go to the Vegas Strip and do a bit of sightseeing and do some, yeah. There's not much, I feel like. This is just the passing pictures I could get on our way to Circus. It was a place my friends who live there said is a cool place. It's like a big arcade place and obviously casino because they said everything is a casino essentially. You can gamble in any location. And this is it. I didn't get this is the Circus. There's the gambling on the lower floors, and then like the more arcadey stuff on the second floors. Good job, Siribot. We didn't catch the right time because apparently this is like the off season for Vegas, but they said they normally do like shows and stuff, which would have been cool to see, but oh well, we still had a blast. And I thought this was cool. Like they actually had a rotating, like this actually rotates like inside. It's very slow, but so it also seems like a very bad idea. But it is what it is, and it's cool. So the arcades. Oh, we definitely stopped to play this because we all love Halo. Big Halo arcade thing. It looks like it'd be very overstimulating when it's busy. Yeah, probably. Thankfully, there was like not a whole lot of people. One of the benefits of being in the off season, visiting in the off season, I guess. So I guess that's one of the also benefits of my friend's spontaneous decision that we will go out to the Vegas to meet our friends. So we hung out, did a lot of arcade games, had fun. I forgot to get pictures, but I did get a little Sprigatito plushie, and I was so happy that I won that. And I also got a Meryl plushie, like one of those like a big old like squish, very squishy plushies. I loved it. Oh, speaking of, man, I really should have took pictures of this stuff. Yeah. Uh, and also for our D&D thing, my one friend who loves to like actually make like little, he makes model kits and stuff, actually printed out our characters for a little one-off session and painted them and gave us all our characters from that. So that was fun and cute. Mine is like um a sword wielding wolf lady. She's badass. It is. He's a sweetheart. Then more the arcades, more the air hockey. Did I get a picture of it? No. There's like a 4-player air hockey. I think that's it over there, maybe. So where 4 people played air hockey at once, we obviously tried that. I may have lost. Then this casino floor proper, which we agreed that we would gamble just a teeny tiny bit. I personally not a fan of gambling because it's gambling, but we was like, we'll just spend like $5 to gamble. So we did. He lost it all and I managed to get like $100 somehow. I was all my luck for the year. I used it all up on that one gamble. Then after that, yeah. Then we just walked the strip, the Vegas strip. So these we didn't really stop in any of these places as just pictures I took a lot along the way, because I obviously don't see anything like this up in Ohio. The dome was cool. I really wish we could have seen the dome, but that was unfortunately money was also a problem, not just time. There was this boats, like a big piratey, is apparently a steakhouse, which is insane to me that this is all for a steakhouse, but it looks so cool. Boats, that one's got a like a bullhorn. The other one had this one was really cool. Broken, probably intentionally. But it was good sights. We just kind of walked the strip, took pictures, took in the sights, saw the most fancy looking McDonald's I've ever seen in my life. Fanciest steakhouse entrance you've ever seen. Yeah. But you know, this is the biggest strip. Everything's fancy. Uh the forum show. Oh, I don't actually have a clue what this is. Oh, that's what this was. This is the entrance to this place. It's like a mall and casino. We didn't get to the casino part of this place, so we just kind of went around and checked out the mall part, see how cool this was. This is just the first floor sitting area. Like I don't think there's anything particularly here. There might be like this might be a cafe. I can't remember that well. Excuse me. I think this was supposed to be a cafe, but like by the time we got to this part, it was late and a lot of places were starting to like wind down. But it was just very pretty. And this just the fact that this is all just interior decorations is insane. Oh, sorry, we had to get the one course thing. This is apparently a glasses store with big animatronic faces that track you. Like if you would walk up to them, these faces would follow you, and it is the creepiest thing ever. I don't know who thought this was a good idea, but it's terrifying. uh then we got some interesting shops. They got a lot of very artsy shops, I've noticed. Like this. Yeah, this is like a sheep made of shells, an elephant. It's behind me. Look. Yeah. An elephant with a horn for a face and just suits of armor. They just had some interesting stuff. Funky. Then you had like this interesting store with like full on Transformers like made out of metal parts. Bumblebee. Oh, and they also had big fancy rocks that I really wanted because I like shiny rocks, but it's like I cannot make a big shiny rock back through airport security, let alone a big Iron Man. Yeah, the geodes. I would love a geode. Then we got big old Dark Souls guy, an Optimus Prime, and a tiny Bumblebee. It was just neat seeing all that stuff. Like all that stuff was for sale for an obviously insane price, but it is available. I didn't take pictures of it, but there was a store next to it that just had like movie stuff signed by actors, like Indiana Jones hat signed by his actor and stuff from Star Wars and all that. Was just really cool. They even had Robert Downey Jr. sign an Iron Man helmet. But that stuff was like in the tens of thousands of dollars. And I'm like, my goodness gracious, who do you think's buying this stuff? Then we got good more shots of the dome. Wizard of Oz. And yeah, some cool fountains. I thought this was really pretty. I think this is a really good shot, just down this pond with around Vegas. And this is the Circus place that we were in for like the arcades and stuff. I only got a picture of it on our way back towards the car. Then, I mean, after that, it was real late. We came back to the Airbnb with the buds. We hung out. My one's friend wife made spaghetti dinner. It was tasty. The clown is only mildly terrifying. What, this guy? He's only wants your money, not your soul. It's fine. Oh, that reminds me. We were coming back towards the Circus, and we were coming by like a dark, scary alley that you would, definitely not go down. And we just hear the Michael Myers music playing as we were passing this alley, and I'm just like, why? We're definitely not going down that alley now. So much for that shortcut back to the car. Oh, that makes it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, thank you. uh, but yeah, that was a good day. Got back, big spaghetti dinner, chilled out. Then, yeah, no, that was it. Then the next day, after that was the next day, and the day was supposed to drive all the way back. So that entire trip we did to get here, we're now going to do that entire trip in reverse. Was not looking forward to that. But before we started, we went to a little dino place. I cannot remember the name of it, but it had cute little bears out front. And this was my breakfast. It was the only food pick I remembered to take, but it was absolutely delicious and had the fluffiest fucking pancakes I've ever had in my life. They were like over an inch thick pancakes. So, delicious start. Definitely a lot later start in the day than we were anticipating when we first planned the trip. But I was like, it's okay. We're good. We can make it back in time for everything else. Everything else is I already had my plane booked to return home from South Carolina back to Ohio. which I originally planned that out with plenty of time. We were good to go, I thought. But anyways, before that, on our way out, we finally got to the Hoover Dam in the daytime, and we were not dead tired. So this is the reservoir, the lake before the Hoover Dam. And it's a very pretty place. It's interesting seeing it all. Also, apparently the water like goes up to where that discoloration is. So this is like it being low, and that's where it is at its high point, which is insane to me. Now, we were unfortunately tight on time because, like I said, we left a lot later than we planned to originally. So we didn't actually go all the way around to like the front of the Hoover Dam to try and take pictures. We would have liked to, but time was not permitting. And plus time crunch was the main thing. And before that, we also Sedona, I think is what it was called. I don't know what Sedona is all about, but I know that's someplace my friend's wife wanted to visit, but unfortunately by the time we got there, it was already nighttime. So we decided we had to skip that as well, sadly. So they unfortunately, because of time constraints and us, dreading the drive back, we did not see all the sites that we really wanted to see, but that's just incentive to go on another trip. This time we're all going to fly to Vegas, and we can just make a day trip out of Vegas to go see anything. And whatever year that happens. This is that tower. This is back in Oklahoma. Sadly, not as impressive in the daytime, but this was all lit up in like evil, maniacal, villainy ways, and I thought it was cool. And this is also that glowy structure. Again, wish I could have got pictures of them at night, but I was really tired at that time and did not think to take pictures. But it is what it is. Sedona has very pretty pink rock formations and is in the middle of a national forest. Oh, well, that sounds neat. That sounds very pretty, actually. I would have actually liked to see that. Dang. Kind of sad we didn't get to see it now. But a trip for another time, hopefully. Then is this Oklahoma? I don't know. I saw this waddle and I thought it looked nice, so I took pictures. I cannot remember where. This is a river. This is different. I think this is the Oklahoma River. Oh, and the Arkansas picture. It's like, welcome back to Arkansas. You've made it over halfway back from your journey. Okay. And then sadly, that is all the pictures I got because by this point, we were again dying from being tired. Because our return trip would have been, back from Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas. This was only roughly halfway back. Then the tiny trip through Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, then back into South Carolina. And we were dragging. Like we had to constantly take like little stops to try and take like an hour nap and then get back on the road to try and make time. I felt bad, but it was just we drug and pushed and we finally made it back to the airport just in time. Like, he dropped me off. I booked it. Like, I straight up sprinted through the airport, still got stopped by security, then sprinted through the rest of the airport and made it to my flights just as they were finishing getting the last group of people on. I was literally the last person on the airplane, but I made it because my goodness was I tired and I did not want to have to wait who knows how long to get back home. But it was a tight fit, but we got there. At least you made it. Yeah. I feel like the trip itself sadly doesn't have a whole lot because it was just us driving and being so tired we couldn't on the return trip. We just couldn't really appreciate much else, which is unfortunate because it was still an interesting sights, but again, it was already the sights we already saw. But yeah, so managed to make my flight and make it home, and then I slept for 14 hours straight. Oh, I was so happy to be home. But yeah, that was my adventure. I really did not anticipate going on. It was a very spoil the moment, very exciting. I'm very happy I did it. Definitely hope I can do something like that again at some point. Well, if you ever plan something like this again, you have past experience for planning ahead. Yes, definitely a lot more planning ahead. And next time, we're not going to drive across the entire country. At least there has to be a good reason for me to actually drive it. Otherwise, I'm just going to fly. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Well, I didn't really plan much else. Yeah, it was a fun trip. Excited. Excited. It was good. Past excited. I don't know what past excited what means. Exciting. It was exciting. I can know words. Ah, it was a good time. I loved it. Sadly, it ate up into ah. I don't like bringing up money, but money was like a big concern through the entire trip, and I feel like that soured a bit of it. But we live in a capitalistic society. Yeah. Sorry. Um, but yeah, definitely. If anyone gets the chance, Grand Canyon is a must visit. Maybe next time we can win the lottery and we won't have to worry about anything. Fingers crossed. Man, I just steam. This is only an hour. Damn. I blitzed that story. My tale. My tale of my trip. Bloop. No. Money. Always fun in a rich man's world. Bah. Yeah. I feel like I've glossed over stuff. It was a good trip. I'm just repeating myself. I'm sorry. I'm not used to the talking thing. I don't normally do just chattings. Thank you for shit. Thank you for stopping by. And I guess that's all for now. So I guess I'll find a friend to read into because I've still been recovering from sleep, the jet lag, and the trip. Like I got 14 hours of sleep that first night back, and I'm still, still feel like I'm catching up. Need all the rest. Yeah, I get that. I'll try. You know. Excuse me. Okay. Let's see. Sky's still doing Resident Evil, so I guess yeah, we'll raid into Sky and just chill. And I'm sure she was having a great, non-stressful time. And let's see. Message 1 for followers and 2 for subscribers for those who wish to partake. Have a good rest. Thank you, Twee. Have a good day as well for you. Appreciate you stopping by. And I thank everyone who stopped by, chatted, looked, and just spent time. It's all greatly appreciated. You're all lovely, lovely beings, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And until next time, take care.